I thought that was over.
No, it's a brand new, because John Dutton he didn't resign or whatever. He didn't have any.
So it's like a spin-off.
Yeah, so it's such a hot show that the spin-off is going to be on Beth and, what's his name?
Rip.
Yeah.
All right, 10:05. Let's get started. So there's been an appetite for some product training from this group for quite some time. So, and especially F&G product training. So I apologize for the wait, but I wanted to bring the very best to this call, and thankfully I got that. So many of you know Tia Stanley, and some of you have been lucky enough to see her present in person. She is the National Accounts Vice President. She also currently sits on the board at the National Association of Fixed Annuities. Jennifer, most of you may not know, she is the senior internal wholesaler at F&G. I cannot say enough about the help that she provides. A lot of carriers have good product. F&G's one of those carriers. They are absolutely up at the top as far as product goes. But there are always snags with any carrier. The important thing is that you have somebody on the inside that can get things done, and that is Jennifer. So take it away, ladies.
Thank you for the intro, Dan. I appreciate that. And here's how we're going to start our time today. I wanted to go ahead and pull up an agenda here. So you're going to hear from myself and also Jennifer. But we wanted to break it down in a few categories besides just being blah product. So first and foremost, I wanted to walk you through who is F&G. Jennifer is going to give you a reminder of how safe income advantage is number one when it comes to guaranteed lifetime income. And then covering two other products, wanted to touch base really quick on Performance Pro, and then I'm going to segue into Accelerator Plus, which I think Alex could probably do that portion of the presentation. So Alex, thank you for letting me take the reins on this one and to be able to do a training with your group. And before we dive into who F&G is, wanted to share something kind of fun with you guys. I don't know if you can see this handy dandy journal. Ooh, it has F&G embossed, really nice whenever you walk into those client appointments. You need to take notes. You need to figure out, all right, what's my to-do list for the day? And we're actually going to be sending these out. Jennifer's going to get these in the mail to Alex today. And we're going to make sure that each one of you has an F&G embossed journal to be able to take on all your mini appointments. And feel free to send selfies to us like Alex does, because it's always a bright, shiny part of my day. But getting into who is F&G. So really quick, I'm going to say the most important part is going to be the team that supports you guys. So for myself, being the National Account VP, that I'm managing those marketing organization relationships within my territory. And I think it's safe to say that True Choice is my favorite. So it's always amazing to work with True Choice and support them. And I worked with Dan for many years, which means that I get the pleasure of supporting you guys. And when it comes to my team, a lot of you on presentations probably remember seeing David in person or seeing him on a slide much like this, where he was my senior internal wholesaler. And about a year ago, I was able to promote him to my national account manager. I described him as like my Navy SEAL, where I give him the mission, deploy him, and so he's out and about traveling in the places that I can't be. And not the glue, but the concrete that holds us all together, that's Miss Jennifer Hall, my senior internal wholesaler. And she's got close to 20 years of experience in our industry. And so she's just such a blessing to have on the team. And so I'm excited that you guys get the opportunity and the pleasure to hear from her here in just a little bit. But yeah, when it comes to F&G, it's going to be the faces, the voices, that's going to be us right here. But most importantly is, I think maybe somebody needs to mute themselves. Unless you're selling an F&G policy, then we want to hear all about it, okay? Unmute yourself for that. But diving into more about F&G. So that's the part of us taking care of you, so you know exactly who's going to be doing that behind the scenes when it comes to the business that you're sending in. But most importantly, when it comes to just taking care of you, but in addition to that, your clients, what you see on the screen, massive. J.D. Power Associates ranked F&G #1 for customer satisfaction. And when you're asking yourself, oh, who were you up against when it came to getting an award like that, being #1 on the list? That's every single insurance carrier that you've ever heard of. We were up against them all. So not just ranking #1 in customer satisfaction, but there were 5 areas that it was pretty cool to be able to say we demonstrated excellence in those. And one of them is product offering. So that's where it's going to be really cool to be able to take the opportunity to demonstrate that excellence to you with not just 1, not just 2, but 3 products today. Besides that movement, it's been really cool. I believe this was like March of this year. AM Best decided to upgrade us from A- to A. I can tell you there were 2 or 3 carriers out there that got downgrades from AM Best. So they were out there making some moves, and we're thrilled with the work that we put behind the scenes. Not just the good news from J.D. Power Associates, but from AM Best, being able to say, hey, we're A. So when you take a look at our ratings, we're straight A's across our report card, if you want to put it that way. But another thing that we've done is we've taken into account, okay, it's not just our amazing financial professionals, it's also our clients too that speak more languages than just English. And in fact, English might not be a primary language. And now we can offer a ton of different languages to not just you, but also your clientele through LineBridge. And it's really simple. It's actually over 800 languages that we offer. So it doesn't matter what department you call in. Let them know they needed a translator, and let them know the language. And that's for you as the financial professional or your client. If they have questions on their policy, if they want to know how can I take a penalty-free withdrawal, they can call us. And if they want to speak a different language other than English, they now have the opportunity to do that. So for me, I feel like that was pretty massive. Being able to make that change to where we're all encompassing when it comes to us as an insurance carrier. Again, earning that #1 in customer satisfaction with not just you, but also your clients as well. So that is my quick hit on who is F&G. And since I'm the one, and I'm not going to call it manning the screen, I'm going to call it womaning the screen, okay? That I'm going to be in control of the PowerPoint here, but I am going to turn the reins over to Jennifer. And what she's going to do is go over state income advantage, again, #1 when it comes to guaranteed lifetime income. You'll also hear it known as the acronym SIA. So with that, Jennifer, I got your first slide pulled up. Show what you got, which is amazing.
Give me a second, because it looks like we have somebody who is trying to get into the lobby, and I think I'm the only one who has access to that.
That makes sense.
Really quick.
You are the concrete of the territory, Jennifer.
Okay. Okay, he should be in, admitting him right now. So we'll go ahead and get started. We don't want to keep you very long. So as he had mentioned, state income advantage. You may have heard about this product in out in the field. State income advantage, amongst other A-rated carriers, is leading the industry for guaranteed lifetime income. When your client chooses to either turn on income immediately or defer for 1 year. Especially when you have those ages of 60 to 70, or what we like to call the retirement red zone. You want to move on? So, along on the screen, let's focus on 2 items. Eligible ages.
Oh, Jennifer, I think you're muted.
Yeah, the keep on button, and sorry. So with our eligible ages, non-qualified 0 to 80, and then qualified 18 to 80. Secondly, with our premiums, minimum premium is $10,000. That is very low in the industry for a product that has an income rider on it. Another point I want to show to you is the $2,000 per interest option. So if your client is looking to add additional premium, the minimum additional premium at one time is $2,000. And then we'll go on to the next screen. So visual growth for your clients and fixed income advantage. And how I like to look at this screen is when you have a product with an income rider, you're working with two buckets. So on your left, you have your accumulation value, and then on your right, you have your income base. And with the income product, we're going to focus on the income base, hence the arrow pointing to the word income base. And so you're probably wondering what makes Safe Income Advantage different. So another screen with a lot on it, let's focus on 3 items. In the top center, the guaranteed 7.2% compound roll-up rate. Double your income base in 10 years if your client waits. So if you look down in the little purple box, it's showing you the roll-up rate of 7.2% times 10 equals 2 times. So that's what we like to call the rule of 72. So if your client puts in $250,000, they wait 10 years, haven't taken any withdrawals, their income base is now going to double at $500,000. F&G offers daily crediting. More people are trying to come in. I apologize. So the rule is that the daily crediting is what makes F&G very unique. That's why your clients can turn on income immediately. Meaning, we issue the policy today and they want to turn on income tomorrow, they have that capability because of our daily crediting. There is a fee, an annual fee of 1.15%. To the top right, choose level or 2 types of increasing income, 1 tied to inflation. And in a few screens, we'll discuss that a little bit more in detail. And then in the bottom center, the impairment multiplier. Can up to double income even in California. Many of you are located in California, and you know what it's like to get an impairment multiplier approved there. Well, F&G was able to do that for you and your client. And then we're going to go on to the next screen. So another feature that F&G products have available, and it's not just for this product, but all the products that we offer, your client has access to unexpected health care costs, home health care, nursing home care, and terminal illness. But 100% penalty-free access to the account value. And I'm not going to read all the bullet points, but we do have this slide available if you're interested in seeing those in more detail. So we talked about 2 screens before about the payout options that your client has. So they can double up, take a raise, and double up again. So they're doubling up. We talked about the rule of 72, 7.2%. Then there's our 3 income payout options. You have level payout, which the majority of your policyholders will probably use because they know the payment amount that they're getting annually. Or they can take a raise. 3.5% until 0. So that's our fixed increasing option. So it's going to grow at 3.5% until the account value goes to 0. Or they have the inflation option. This one is tied to the CPIU, works the same, it's going to grow. It is capped out at 5%, but it will grow until the account value goes to 0. Once the account value goes to 0, it's going to go back to their normal payment. And then your client can double up again. So this is the impairment multiplier that they can take a payout until the account value goes to 0. So they can double up, take a raise, and double up again with our Safe Income Advantage. And some of you might prefer to see this in a graph, so your clients will do a double take. So if we look in the yellow, this is where your income payment is growing, and it is one they can double it in 10 years, as we mentioned. In the purple, this is the increasing income option, and in this chart, they have chosen to use the fixed increasing option at 3.5%, so it's growing at 3.5%. Well, then at age 71, the client becomes impaired. So now they're eligible for the impairment multiplier. They're going to turn on that impairment multiplier, and they will be able to double up their income because they can't perform 2 of the 6 activities of daily living. So that is our safe income advantage, and I'm going to turn it back over to Tia so that she can finish with our other 2 products that we offer.
Jennifer, a round of applause. Thank you so much. You're incredible. And really, just to round things out, and I'll say we're going to do a dual MC here, not just myself, but also Dan here that's on the meeting. If I were to sum up Safe Income Advantage, it's going to be really simple. You guys are going to reach out to Dan, you're going to reach out to Steve, you could possibly reach out to Nora, and you're going to say, I need guaranteed lifetime income, who's going to have the highest payout? And when they use iFactor, which is some incredible software that's specific to just True Choice, which shows their immense value, they're going to show you that Safe Income Advantage is going to beat all the competitors, A and B rated out there. So when it comes to ages 60 to 70, like Jennifer said, immediate income deferring 1 year, boom, we beat everyone. Ages 60 to 65, it doesn't matter the deferral period, we're going to look pretty incredible. And 66 to 70, we taper down, and we also look really competitive too. But specific to you guys in California, the fact that the accumulation value, you have those 3 waivers built in if they need access to their cash value right now, 100% access. That is approved in California, and that multiplier being approved in California too, to double the client's money if they can't perform 2 out of 6 ADLs and they're taking income that's pretty massive. So to my co-MC, Dan, what you got to say about Safe Income Advantage? Oh, you're muted, bud.
There we go. Daddy's got you. All right, there's 2 reasons that people buy annuities, and that's going to be either income or safety, but it's not black and white. There's a spectrum. And if you just 100% want the most amount of income that you possibly can get, the Safe Income Advantage is the way to go. As far as the other side of the spectrum is the accumulator, and I'll talk at the end of this call about where these products fit within that spectrum. But as far as the guaranteed income goes, the Safe Income Advantage is very powerful. If someone has a nut they have to crack, it'll cost them less to do it with this product than any other.
Nut they have to crack, nutcracker. It is the holiday season. I saw the tie in there, Dan. Very nice indeed. Okay, moving on to replacement business. And when we think of replacement business, you all are talking to your clients and also your prospects day in and day out. And they're going to bring to the table, hey, here's what I've already got in place for my retirement plan. And you're going to say, hey, nice job with either what you have, or let me help you create something if you don't have it built quite yet. And you're going to see that they might have funds in different areas where you're like, that worked for you then, but that could work a lot better for you now if we got it perhaps in a different product. So that's why I wanted to talk about Performance Pro with you guys. And what I'm going to show you is the math behind this product, because you've got a very nice bonus to offset surrender charges if that client's an annuity somewhere else. But you also have a really low fee, and I'm going to go into some of the dynamics when it comes to a fee and what you're paying for. And so without further ado, so if you look in the top left-hand part of the screen, how the F&G does this thing work? Well, I'm about to tell you. So when it comes to Performance Pro, Jennifer had showcased this on one of the prior slides. You're going to think of if there's any other features on a product, you're going to have your cash value, your accumulation value, and then you're going to have a secondary value like an income value. So for Performance Pro in the state of California, you're either going to have an 11% bonus, depending on the age. So if the client is 75 or younger, 11%. If they're 76 and older, then it's going to be 6%. So you have this really robust bonus that's applied to the accumulation value, the cash value. And you also have what I would call like an oh, by the way, income rider. This income rider, not as sexy as Safe Income Advantage. Safe Income Advantage, let the name of that product be your guide. It is the Safe Advantage to provide guaranteed lifetime income, the highest guaranteed lifetime income to your clients. So when I call this an oh, by the way, income rider, it's there in case you need it. But that's not the sexy part of the product. It's going to be the bonus to the cash value and the rates when it comes to accumulation. So this, oh, by the way, income rider, it does have a guaranteed growth compounding interest rate of 2.75%. And anything that's added to the cash value or the accumulation value through positive market performance, 100% of that is going to be added over to that income rider value on top of that 2.75%. So if you earn 5% to your accumulation value, that same 5% is going to be added over to your income base. So positive market performance can really make that income rider look great. But again, it's a secondary reason for the fee that you're paying on this. It's really going to be taking a look at that bonus. In California, again, either the 11 or the 6%. When it comes to the rates, these look absolutely incredible. I'm not going to go over every single one of these with you because I'm going to make the best use of your time. It's not going to be a snore fest if you're involved in a presentation with me. But the things that I want to point out, besides us looking really good when it comes to rates, it's going to be the fact that anywhere that you see that highlighted gold and you see that little number 2 beside it, what we're stating to you is that you've got a minimum par rate of 100%. Am I, Jennifer, I see that somebody needs added to the lobby. Okay, perfect. But again, anywhere that you see that small little 2, you've got a guaranteed minimum of 100% to that par rate. That par rate will never fall below 100%. I'm not sure if any of our competitors can say that when it comes to a guaranteed par rate that's that strong. So definitely wanted to point that out when it came to the rate. But here's where we get into the fun part when we get to the math, a little bit behind the fee that you're paying for. Now, when it comes to fees that are within an indexed annuity, they're not a bad thing. You're paying for something that you need. Think of all the different fees or subscriptions that we all pay for different things in our life. Netflix, for example. I need some Netflix in my life. I'm going to pay the fee. Fees are a good thing. But when you're comparing different products that are out there in the industry, you have to determine, am I getting my bang for my buck when it comes to the fee? So that's why I want to do this apples to apples comparison when it comes to this slide right here. So let me set the scene for you. We're going to compare Performance Pro to a competitor that's out there, another A-rated carrier. And what if we said, all right, we're going to put us side by side. We're going to put $100,000 in each one of our annuities. And our competitor, they also have a pretty nice bonus when it comes to their accumulation value. For us, that premium bonus, 15 in most states. Again, state of California, it's going to be 11. And when it comes to our competitor, they have an 18% bonus. That automatically sounds sexy, which I'm sure in California it's probably a little lower. But let's talk about our fee. Our fee is only 10 basis points, which means it's a 1/10 of 1%. It's 0.10%. That is our fee. So that is itty bitty tiny. Our competitor out there, they have a fee of 95 basis points. So when you're thinking, okay, how does that translate to what they're actually going to earn on the cash value? That's what you're going to see on this slide here. Competitor A on the left-hand side, Performance Pro on the right-hand side. When you apply that, the account value, just the fixed account. We're not doing anything wild and crazy with a hypothetical. We're taking a look at the fixed account. We're having that premium bonus applied. But take a look at the amount of fees. that are taken out of our competitor A with that 95 basis point fee versus us, where it's only 0.1% that's coming out. And so again, fees aren't a bad thing. You want to get what you're paying for. So if you're doing a replacement case, or you just want to have a pretty sexy bonus applied to that cash value, would you want to pay 95 basis points, or would you want to pay just 0.1%, only 0.10% for it? So when we're taking a look at the comparison here, when fees are subtracted out that you're paying for to get that really sexy bonus, the net result for the client is that they would have over $5,000 applied to Performance Pro. If they were in that competitor product, remember, higher bonus than us, they would only net like $6,800. Okay, so that's a big difference. You have to look at the bonus, you have to look at the fee that's coming out, and then you're thinking, okay, what position is that going to put my client in? Not just from a best interest perspective, but when you're thinking of, hey, I'm going to sit down with that client for the annual review, I want to be able to show them something fantastic like this. Yeah, you paid a fee to have that bonus applied to the cash value, but man, take a look at what you're able to retain instead of really having that substantial fee taken out of the accumulation value. And so again, when we're thinking about taking a look at Performance Pro, you've got a very low fee, only 10 basis points. You have a great bonus that's there in the state of California that's going to be applied to the cash value. And remember, you have this, oh, by the way, income rider that you also get that we're tossing in there along with this bonus. And again, being able to know that the client gets to really retain the majority of that bonus and also the interest that's applied to the cash value. This is a super, super easy and sexy story. So co-MC, replacement business, or we're just looking for a sexy bonus here to the cash value. Look no further than Performance Pro. What do you have to say, Mr. Grimes?
Well said. Well said. I see this product as an accumulation vehicle. Clients absolutely love bonuses, and this gives you a big bonus up front, day one, $1. You get compounding returns on top of that bonus, so you're basically starting out at 111% of your money right away. But I love the fact, life changes, people's situations change, and this income rider is really nice to have. And if you think about it, 1% of that 11% bonus pays for this income rider for the entire 10 years that you have it. So in case something changes, in case they need a fallback position, if they need income, it's there. You're just not paying for it. It's basically built into the product.
Yeah, so if you're going to take a look at Performance Pro or even Accelerator Plus coming up, those actually dovetail really nicely together if you wanted to diversify a client's money between something with that exact precise guaranteed lifetime income number you'd need, or if they want to change their mind, like Dan said, if they want a strong accumulation play, but hey, they've got an income rider here that they really didn't have to pay much for. Really cool story. Speaking of stories, the last one that I have, and again, Alex, thank you for allowing me to present this because you were the king of this product, that I'm going to go over a tagline to remember with Accelerator Plus. And when it comes to Accelerator Plus 10, which again, Alex could say this story in his sleep, going over some of the nuts and bolts here, which, like Jennifer, I like to keep this part really short and sweet because what you see on the screen, that's not what's selling this to your clients. It's actually the way that Alex positions this, which I do have a case study where I talked to Alex about how he takes a look at Accelerator Plus and why he loves this product so much. But taking a look at Accelerator Plus, it has up to an 8% bonus depending on the state variation and age. So when it comes to California, 75 or younger, the bonus is 8%. 76 or older, the bonus is going to be 6%. And I don't want to call this an, oh, by the way, income rider that's on the side. I just want to call this a performance-based income rider that's on the side, that you've got a stronger compounding rate. You have 5% on this one. You also have positive market performance that'll be added over. So we'll go into how that works a little bit later here. Issues up to age 85. We're all living longer. So the fact that you've got a multi-benefit product here that issues up to that age is chef's kiss. And we also have the impairment multiplier that's applied to this product here too. So it's not just on our best-selling fixed indexed annuity with Safe Income Advantage. If you can't perform 2 out of 6 ADLs, we will double your payment that you're receiving on the income rider, and that's available on this product too, along with those 3 waivers that Jennifer had talked about before. Home health care, nursing home care, terminal illness. If you need access to that cash value, we got you, boo. We're going to allow you to have access to that when the going gets tough, because you don't know what life's going to toss your way. And just like Safe Income Advantage, the fee here is 1.15% because you're getting a lot with what you're paying for. You're getting a performance-based rider, and you're getting a nice bonus that's not just applied to the cash value, it actually translates over to that income value that you're going to see. So I had teased a little bit a tagline to remember when it comes to Accelerator Plus. And you're going to see at the top of the screen the normal compliance approved verbiage on how carriers talk about their products, which is the Swiss Army knife solution. Dan and I have seen a lot of products, and we've heard this tagline said about 50 billion times. And so I'm like, you know what? I can do better than that. So when it comes to Accelerator Plus, Swiss Army knife, I'm going to give that an E. We can do better than that. So when I'm thinking of what does Accelerator Plus actually do, could you say it's a one-size-fits-all? All right, we're getting a little bit better here, but not quite it. Here's what I'm going to say the tagline is for Accelerator Plus. It's a one-size-fits-all. That is going to be the tagline on Accelerator Plus, and how to think about this product, that it can slice and dice a lot of financial objectives for your client when you're taking a look at this. And so this case study, it's on this really impressive agent. He's based out of California. You might know this guy. His name's Alex De La Cruz. And he's amazing. And how does he talk about this product, Accelerator Plus? For me, here's what I love, just to fangirl on Alex a little bit, where I'm like, what do you like about Accelerator Plus? How do you talk about this with your clients? And he's like, well, first and foremost, this is a multi-generational play here. I'm not just talking to a prospect or a client. I'm talking to the entire family. So he's taking care of the parents' needs, and then he's also focusing on the adult kids, which I'm going to call the sandwich generation, because you've got these adult kids that are taking care of their own children that have probably changed their major 4 times while they're in college. And so they have those costs for their own kids, but then they could possibly have the cost of taking care of their parents. And so when you're thinking about that sandwich, I mean, you are really sandwiched in when it comes to these costs that are on both sides of you. That could be taking a lot out of your savings. And also when you compound that throughout the years, it's quite a bit. So one of my favorite quotes that I'm going to read verbatim here from Alex is, I fixed the burden that would have been on you talking to the adult kids, that sandwich generation, and you don't want that burden to be on your kids, right? I mean, when you think about that, what Alex is saying in a very professional, compliant way is he's like, did you just see the bullet I helped you dodge? Do we want to make sure that your kids don't have to dodge that same bullet? And you know what they're going to do? Yeah. They're going to be shaking their head and being like, tell me more. I'd love to know how I can prevent my kids from even being in this situation. It's already fixed. And so what Alex talks about with Accelerator Plus is that we've got a well-rounded product here that takes care of the 4 potential facets of life. Income, if you need to turn it on. Accumulation, which I'll show you the rates here in a second. If you happen to get sick, again, having that 100% access to your cash value. The death benefit, that is the accumulation value. And the change your mind kind of point of view. So you might have originally purchased it because it's a one size fix all. When you originally purchased this annuity, your financial objectives might look a different way and they might change in 5 to 10 years. Like Dan had talked about before, this is also a product that can ebb and flow with those financial objectives and how they change, that the weights and measurements of it all, that income, you might be like, well, I have other things that can take care of it, but I like it. Things might change in 5 years where you're like, man, I need that income from the product. Again, a one size fits all. So the age range when it comes to Alex, because again, he's dealing with the sandwich generation, it's going to be between like 60s and 70s, average case size around $250,000. And for him, he's like, you know what, that's not 7%, it's 8% bonus. And that 100% minimum par rate when it comes to the protection that we have built in, and also thinking about the waivers and the different things. If you need access to your money, there's a lot of protection that's built into Accelerator Plus. Again, the name of the product can help lead you to what it's going to do. If you've got a one size fits all that's going to accelerate multiple financial objectives that you can take care of, that's why Alex loves this product so much. And I feel like he made me fall in love a little bit more with this when I heard him talk about it, but more so how this product can really help his clients, because his clients, and helping them like that's his main objective, is to get in there and to fix it. And not with a Swiss Army knife, okay? Again, we're not using that verbiage on this one. But another thing that's really smart that Alex does is that he knows that there's a fee for this product, and he knows, hey, I'm open to paying the fee because I'm getting a lot of bang for my buck here. Or performance-based rider, nice guaranteed compounding interest, great accumulation rates, and a bonus as well. He'll actually allocate about 25% into the fixed account to offset that rider fee. To where it's like, is there a rider fee? Yes. Can your fixed account help pay for that? Where it's a little bit of a magic eraser? Absolutely. And I'm like, man, that is so smart. So breaking that down into the apples to apples comparison, like Jennifer did earlier with Safe Income Advantage, that we've got two different values here. We have our accumulation value, or cash value, but then we also have our income base. So the activity that's happening on both sides, the accumulation value, that cash value, again, great rates, which I'll pull those up. I think that might be my next slide. And a lot of those rates, you've got your 100% par rate guarantee on them, but you also have that 8% bonus. Okay, so flip over to the income base. You've got your 5% compounding interest for 10 years. That's guaranteed. That's your guarantee base. And when it comes to the interest that's applied to the cash value, you get a multiplier that increases every year your client defers. So from the jump, that multiplier is 105%. Each year you defer, it actually increases 5%, and it maxes out at year 8 at 150, which is awesome to be able to have that much of the performance added over on top of that compounding interest. But when they're taking a look at that multiplier, it's based on the accumulation value. But you got a bonus over there. So that 8% is technically baked in when you're figuring, okay, what positive market performance are we going to add over to the income base? So again, this product, and I'll take a little breather here because I really got on it. I told you guys to get excited, okay? And I blame it on Alex. But this product is absolutely fantastic. And taking a look at the rates too, you have a lot of great opportunity to capture a lot of positive market performance. And you have the capability to do that from like a global perspective and also a US perspective when it comes to the different crediting methods. So when it comes to diversifying, remember, you have a lot of options here. The Alex de la Cruz hack, 25% into the fixed account. Okay, so Dan, the tagline to remember, the one size fix all. You can totally use that. Let's get t-shirts made. I'm serious. Co-MC, what do you have to say about this product?
Well, first, thank you for sunsetting the Swiss Army knife deal. I was getting really tired of it, to be honest. Everyone's using it. So I appreciate one size fits all. I'm going to go ahead and take that from here. When I dissect a product, I look at all angles. You know, there's three things that can happen. you can lump sum the money, you can take income, or just you can die, to be completely morbid about it. One of those three things is going to happen. This product will take care of you or your beneficiaries in all of those situations, but it also takes one more step with the doubler. So just in case you get sick. So there's really 4 things total that could possibly happen, 4 needs that you might have. The accelerator can help you in all of those situations. That's why I love that product.
Me too. And to wrap things up, which I have a lovely compliance slide to show you. Wow, look at this beauty. Okay, now that I've done my work with showcasing that disclosure and just like rounding things out, let's touch base on everything. And then I also want to give Alex a little time to speak too, before we wrap everything up and we get some really awesome F&G embossed journals your way in the mail. But dissecting who is F&G, you've got an awesome team, not to toot our own horn here, but I would say we're a pretty awesome team to be able to take care of you because we take really good care of True Choice. And so Alex knows if he needs anything that Dan is his forever person. I'm like the supplemental relationship where it's like, hey, if Dan happens to be on a call, I'm here too, to be able to assist because I've known Alex so long. So for you guys, I know that you're also reaching out to the massive value that True Choice has as well. So you have Dan, you have Steve, you have Nora. I mean, you've got an army there at True Choice too. So when you're thinking about F&G, me as the talking head, you're going to see me at meetings and different things like that. You're going to be hearing from Jennifer too on webinars like this. We're really here to take good care of you. That JD Power and Associates, us earning that #1 slot for customer satisfaction, you're going to feel that if you're not already a part of the F&G family. The fact that we got upgraded when AM Best had their machete out when they were downgrading quite a few carriers this year, and the fact that we got our upgrade that we worked so hard for. The fact when it comes to languages, it doesn't depend on who you're talking to, if English is the primary language or not. F&G can still take care of them. And the fact that demonstrating excellence, and now you've seen it, when it comes to the 3 products that we highlighted today. Guaranteed lifetime income. I need the highest guaranteed paycheck to get my client. Boom, it's us, Safe Income Advantage. If you're wanting to have a really great bonus applied to a cash value, and then, oh, by the way, Income Writer, in case they need it, that you barely have to pay anything for. I'm pretty sure we have the lowest fee out there in the industry for a living benefit along with a bonus. That's going to be us, especially if you're trying to offset surrender charges by replacing a current annuity. And then the one size fix all, doesn't matter the financial objective, we're going to get you taken care of with the king of Accelerator Plus 10. That's going to be Alex De La Cruz. So that in a nutshell, Nutcracker, see what I did? Dan, I'm bringing it all together, okay? But just wanted to say in a nutshell, we're ready to take really good care of you and your clients because we have some pretty amazing products out there that will stand the test of time to do that as well. So Alex, passing the mic off to you. Sure, anything you want to say about Accelerator Plus, the relationship with F&G, any of that, the floor is yours, sir.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hey, Tia and Dan and Jennifer, you guys covered this really nice. I like the way you covered this, Tia, with how I do it. One of the most important things in my practice, you guys, is when I'm dealing with my clients, I'm usually dealing with, hey, Tia was right. I see them taking care of their loved ones. What's happening to them? How are they covering themselves? What I like about these 3 products that they just covered, you guys, it has that doubler for the 2 ADLs out of 6. I'm not so worried about nursing home issues anymore, especially here in California. If you guys don't know, they got rid of the asset test in California, so I'm not worried about that. So the reason why I love these products with the 2 ADLs is, hey, most people, they want to stay at home when they're needing care, or they go to an assisted living, which is a lot less. So that's why I love this product. With F&G, I've worked with a lot of different carriers, you guys. F&G, they're phenomenal. They really take good care of us. They've even given me, I hope I don't get in trouble here, but they've given me my own case manager. So I'm hoping that you guys get your own case manager. So you guys are not bouncing from one case manager to the next and then nobody knows what's going on. And then with True Choice, you guys, yeah, Dan, I've worked with him for years now. And he's got a team that he'll hook you up with if you guys need illustrations, anything you need, suitabilities, application to review it, they're on it. So I love working with these guys, and I hope to work with them for the rest of my life here doing this thing.
Oh, Alex, this one's
Thank
for
you.
you, buddy.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, you see that? Ah,
So
that's right, Alex. We feel the same way about you.
yeah, so can we open it up to questions on these guys, what they might have? Because they're probably asking about the two ADLs. Real quick, can they have a copy of this Zoom meeting so they can review it?
So I can't send out the PDF of the PowerPoint, but between myself and Jennifer, we can get the quick reference guides on the products and different things like that, and I'll sum up in an email what we covered today, which I think will be perfect because this wasn't recorded. That way we had a little bit more flexibility on things we could say and different perspectives that we could share. And so yeah, we'll make sure we get that follow-up email to Dan for Dan and Co. to get that sent out to you guys. And Alex, you touched base on your case manager, so I wanted to take a few moments on that, and then we can definitely open it up for Q&A. So because Alex is not just so fabulous, but because of the amount of business that he's doing with F&G, that he has a premier service person assigned to him. So that's going to be his dedicated person that reviews 100% of his cases, and she's awesome. What's a really neat update that F&G has made, and we actually made this year, the way that we worked before, if you submitted a case, there could be different case managers that could work on it, and then you also had a suitability representative working on the case too. So what does that mean? Well, you all, with writing other carriers, you know that it could be multiple outstanding requirements. You're going to have different people touching that case, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, just give me everything so I only have to go to my client one time. Well, now it works that way at F&G. So when you send in a case, it is received by a new business case manager. From a suitability perspective, let's think of it from like a green, yellow, red type color system. If you're in the green, that single case manager will be the only one to touch your case, which is awesome. So there's only one person sending out outstanding requirements. Let's say your suitability is in the yellow or red color category. That's going to be sent to a suitability rep, and that single suitability rep is going to be the only person to touch that case from there on out. So when you're someone like Alex, where you're very successful, you're doing a lot of business, yes, you can have a premier service person assigned to you, because that was really important, and not just myself, but also Dan, to get Alex taken care of. And so I wanted to let you guys know that even if you can't be what we'll call Alex status, when you immediately start writing with us, knowing that F&G made that update where you're only going to have one person looking at your case, only one person sending out outstanding requirements, where, again, you're going to feel that number one in customer satisfaction from that type of experience when you start writing business with us. And if you've written business with us in the past, then you would know that it could be a lot of different people touching that case. But again, effective this year, we updated that and made that change. So with that, again, kind of tooting Alex's horn again because he's so cool, let's go ahead and open it up to Q&A, and that can be answered between myself, Jennifer, and Dan.
Yeah, and before we do that, I think it's really important to mention that Alex has never sold a product in his life. He solves problems. He goes and he helps as many people as he possibly can. And I mean, the amount of business he does is amazing, but he doesn't go in there to sell a product he never has. And I think that's one of the reasons that he's so successful. Also on the call, by the way, Steve Mazaret and Nora Chang can answer these questions as well at any time. But I just wanted to open up the floor to questions. Chris, I know you got something. Who's going to be the first one?
Can you guys go over the ADLs real quick with them? Because they're used to 7 ADLs and not 6.
I actually don't know the answer to that. Maz?
Jennifer, doesn't our material talk about 7 ADLs?
No, it's 6. 2 of the 6 activities of daily living.
Oh, is there a bonus one out there in Cali? What we can do is also get a breakdown of when it comes to like transferring, toileting, like the breakdown of those 6. And so we can have that breakdown and send that out to you in a flyer as well in the follow-up email to Alex.
Yeah, I think you got ambulation, bathing, continence, dressing, eating, toileting, and transferring. I think the one that they took out is ambulating. So, maybe I'm wrong.
No ambulating up and
I don't recall seeing that.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'll pull it up and find out.
Okay. There's got to be more questions out there, you guys, because you guys are always asking me questions.
Did we blow everyone's mind?
I think so. You got the 3 incredible products you guys have there. So.
I wanted to give a quick shout out to my girl Winnie, okay, because I see that she's on here, and I had the pleasure of spending some time with Winnie at Discover, but also True Women. And when we're talking about Safe Income Advantage on a case study, she was like, "Oh my gosh, we need to hear more about this." And at that point in time, I'm like, "Hey, Dan and I are actually working on a training." And so this one, virtual, it'll be great sometime in the future to be able to be there in person for you guys and do some additional trainings. But yeah, shout out to my girl.
Hey, there you go. Hey, Dan, by the way, can you, I know Winnie's on the line here, let Winnie know just her first year with us, what an incredible job she's done.
Well, she's crushed it. Yeah, she is one of the rare people that came in and started writing business immediately. And I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it's a miraculous year to just get started with your group. So congrats on that, Winnie.
And our ADLs are 2 of 6. So it's eating, bathing and hygiene, dressing, continence, transferring, mobility, and toileting.
So they did take out ambulation out. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you
Okay,
guys,
so just know we're going to be there to answer your questions. So between Steve Mazarette, Nora Chang, and myself, we're glad if you want to talk offline to answer any questions that you have.
Yeah, and with that, before we end today's presentation, let me just give a couple of big shout outs. Big shout out to True Choice. When I say True Choice is like my family, it's because they are. We've spent so many years together, and like any opportunity that I have to do anything with True Choice, I'm like, yeah, I'm hopping right on that. And so this was an absolute treat. So Dan, thank you so much. Big shout out to Maz too, because he's a part of the family as well, and I love working with you guys. And also to Alex. Alex is so fantastic. He's so passionate about what he does. And again, it's like I'm the VP at the carrier, and he's got me stoked about one of our products when I'm like, it's good. Hearing Alex's passion makes it great. Again, for that one size fits all. And Alex, if we make t-shirts, you're getting one, buddy. You and Susan, because she's got to represent with a little accelerator plus. But thank you so much, Alex, for being able to have the opportunity, the platform to be able to be in front of your team. And also for everyone that's tuning in, you spent time away from prospecting, taking client calls, to do this continued education with us. And so both myself and Jennifer, we're just so appreciative of you all. So thank you for tuning in and spending an hour with us. I hope that you found it not just educational, but also entertaining and fun as well, which is something that we always strive to do. So with that, thank you guys so much. Take care. And if you need anything between True Choice and us, we got you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Hey, Ben, real quick, shout out to Nora. Nora, thank you so much. You guys got to understand their team. If I need an illustration, I just email it to Nora. Within 5 minutes, it's already in my my email. So it saves me a lot of time for when she does that. But yeah, True Choice, you guys got to use them. They're on our side. They're on our team. They're gonna increase your production. Trust me. Go ahead, Dan.
Thank you, Alex. Yeah, I just thank you to Tia and Jennifer for being such a great partner and being amazing as always. Alex, thanks for being a partner with me we're going on 15 plus years. We're in this together. And everyone else on the call, just wanted to make sure that you feel free to pick up the phone and call me if you have questions. That's my job.
Thank you.
Thanks all.
Thank you, guys.
All right, y'all.
All right,
Peace
bye-bye.
out. Bye.